Good morning guys, Staffordshire Searcher out with Steve in his red searcher top and Dave. We're out on a permission of mine and Ben's. We're trying to find a necklace today, that's the goal, and I'm here testing the air detector. Please bear with me with the filming because I'm on my iPad, because obviously the air detector uses your phone. So let's show you the air detector. So I've got my phone in there, ready for it. Got it switched on, ready. So let's see what we can find. Right, so first target, lost it. Very jumpy. Got a tone both ways, so I'm going to dig it and find out what it is. So pinpointer here. Won't work with my gloves on, but I'll put the camera down so I'll have a look what it is. Right guys, so first target was 6 inches deep, and that jittery signal, shotgun top. Now that on the Vanquish should normally come in like a solid 11, 12. So it's not bad that it found it at 6 inches, better than I expected. It's having some sort of bitch fit now. Signal number 2 of significance. Just same ring. Pretty solid tone there though. There, let's find out what it is. Well, not very deep. It was only here, top plugs are about 3 inches deep. And we got some sort of little pattern on a piece of bronze or pewter or something. I don't know what that is. Right. First okay signal for a while, this one. Getting a lot of sketchy stuff coming on with this. One thing I've noticed so far, holding it like this knackers, because there's that much twist in it, in the bottom of the coil, that it's twisting on my hand like so. And then it keeps slipping off my arm all the time. So I found holding it more around the stem is alright, but it hurts my fingers. Let's find out what this one is. So not even 2 inches of depth. You can clearly see it there. Another one. At least he likes circle things, that's a good sign. So, next signal. Relatively solid, that tone. Pinpoint. Okay. Why is it not fucking finding it? There. Right, so that was a buckle signal. Part one. Steve got excited. Thought he had it hammered. Where are we? Oh, fucking foil lid. And Dave's wandered away. Looks like he's taken to the multi-IQ. So an hour and a half in guys, and the phone's on low power mode. Now, I don't know if you can see the flaw in this design for the iPhone. So it's on charge in my pocket, but the charge is bang on in the middle of here, so I've had to move my phone right up on the holder to fit it in. But at least we can keep going. Oh, Steve's just found a hammy. Let's zoom in on it. Elizabeth. I want to see what it comes in on this one. .44. How far is that? About 3 inches.
You'd have picked it up. You'd have definitely picked it up from how deep it was.
Anything to about 5 inches gets a bit sketchy. Hey guys, back home. So, one air detector back in its box. Tried it.
didn't find a lot. I'm so used to multi-frequency machines now, it's hard to get used to the single frequency and changing all the settings around. I did find changing the settings, the fast speed on it was too much, and the 7 tones was also driving me insane. I got used to it basically in standard settings. I did manage to pull up some bits, but the biggest thing I'll say about it is I didn't pull up anything over 4 inches deep without the tone being a bit sketchy. So no solid back-to-back tones. They were more on the lines of jumping around. They were still there was no grunts with them. I had the discrimination down to 0 to try and ignore the iron as well, so it was just jumpy and bleepy. Now the recovery speed isn't very fast. You can turn it up and it gets a little bit too much, the recovery speed does. It kind of doesn't ping for long enough for you to register it. My phone went flat twice, so it's a good job I brought a charger with me, but then it's a bit awkward. I've shown you on the video where the charger is. It didn't really work very nice then, and obviously I've got a big charging thing in my pocket, so I think we need to redesign something there where we've got somewhere to hold a backup charger for your phone. The one thing I do really like about it is the fact that you can put your headphones in, especially if you're using AirPods or something, and you can keep your phone in your pocket, and then the machine is a lot lighter. It's balance wise, it isn't the best balanced. The coil is very heavy. It's a very light machine, but all the weight of the machine is in that coil, and when you're swinging from side to side and the weight's at the coil, you've got no strap on your arm to hold it. It gets heavy after some time. Now they definitely need in the future to add a strap to it, 100%. They need to, I would say, remove the tapering from the arm as well. The tapering out was, it would make it slide off your arm more frequently than you want it to, and then no strap there to support it sliding off your arm at the same time, which made it a lot more difficult. Now, the technology in it is great. I think it's probably going to end up being the future, something like that. It is good. It does drain your battery. The charge in the actual detector and the coil itself stayed for ages. It was like I'd used it for 3-4 hours and it was still at 60% charge, so it did pretty well. But my phone went flat twice in that, and the downside of being part of the YouTube community is I use my phone a lot for recording. I'm not a fan of carrying a camera around, so I use my phone, and obviously my phone's plugged into the air detector. It's nice to record something from the point of view of where the phone sits. That was good, so it's nice to see that and be able to actually see the coils to show you what's going on. But hopefully you get an idea of the air detector. It's definitely good, but it's not great. It needs improvements in my eyes, and one of them being somewhere, so you've got somewhere to charge your phone. Even a very small cable that comes with it, like a multi-cable one that fits Android's, one that fits your iPhone, but something where you can plug a backup charger for it at the same time. The coil could do with it being a bit lighter, or in all honesty, the machine a bit heavier, so the back end of the machine actually being heavier, so it supports the balance of the coil as well. The recovery speed a little bit quicker, or more settings, because when you turn it up one more, all of a sudden it's too much. But hopefully we see some better technology in this machine. I think it's going to, more than likely down the line, going to be something pretty good. Depth being the bigger one, possibly a change of coil as well. So maybe a bigger coil or a smaller coil. And when I did get fed up of it, we were miles away from the car. I didn't want to use it the whole way back because my arm was hurting, so I decided to put it in the backpack, and it fits, and it fit in my bag, and that was one amazing thing with it. Not many detectors will actually fit in my bag and be able to carry it on my back. I did enjoy being able to just not carry it. The very last thing I would say is the grip. Now the grip on it is circle. There's no indentation for your finger. There's no thickness at the top, smallness at the bottom like you would normally have on any grip. So as you're swinging it, the machine is slightly turning in your hand, and it was giving me a lot of cramp. I ended up with the actual stem of it, instead of holding it like so, I ended up using 2 fingers around it, and then using 2 fingers around the other side of the, like so, and it held it a lot more still. It just gave me a lot of cramp. it depends on how you feel with it. I still quite like it. I quite like the technology, like I say, and it's not a bad machine, but it still needs improvements. And hopefully, if the people who do make this would listen to this video and understand what I mean about the armrest, because I personally think that and the charging is the biggest problem with the machine. And if there can be some sort of editing to it, I'd be happy to try it again. I will take this machine though, saying that, to a farm that I know there is hundreds of coins, and we'll test it there. And these coins that I do find in this farm, they are deep, with 5-6 inches. You're not digging down like today. We were on a moated manor site and everything's very, very deep. So, end the video. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share the love. Let us know what you think about the machine in the comments below. Thank you. See you next week.